He'll take on any threat, run any risk, and face any challenge, except one.
Cody Banks?
The cast of Agent Cody Banks has gone in many different directions since the movie's release. Some built successful Hollywood careers, others stepped away from the spotlight, and a few made surprising career changes. Let's dive in to look at where they are today and what they've been up to since their spy days. Frankie Muniz was a household name when Agent Cody Banks hit theaters in 2003. He was the quirky, fast-talking teen spy who saved the day. But after that success, his life took some sharp turns, both personally and professionally. Here's what happened after his secret agent days were over. When Agent Cody Banks wrapped, Frankie was already sitting at the top of Hollywood's teen elite. He went on to film the sequel in 2004, but by then, the charm of Hollywood was already wearing off. He didn't crave more auditions or bigger roles. He wanted something completely different. And in 2008, he shocked everyone by leaving acting to become a professional race car driver. Frankie signed with Jensen Motorsport and started racing in the Atlantic Championship.
I hope they're watching out because I'm coming. I'm still learning. I'm nowhere near.
For years, his focus shifted from memorizing lines to mastering high-speed turns. And he didn't just race for fun. He competed in dozens of events, even finishing in the top 10 in several races. But the sport was brutal. In 2009, he crashed during practice and fractured his wrist and ribs. The injuries forced him to step back from racing. And once again, Muniz found himself at a crossroads. By the early 2010s, he made another pivot. This time, he jumped into the music world as the drummer for the band Kingsfoil, an indie rock group from Pennsylvania. Touring with the band gave him a taste of normalcy. No cameras, no scripts, just music. But the transition wasn't easy. Band life was chaotic, and the schedule was relentless. In 2014, Muniz left the group, citing scheduling conflicts and the need to address his health. Health became a major concern during this period. In 2012, at just 26, Frankie suffered his first mini-stroke. Doctors were puzzled. He was young, fit, and otherwise healthy. A year later, it happened again. The episodes left him with migraines and occasional memory gaps. When headlines claimed he couldn't remember filming Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle star Frankie Muniz opening up about his medical scare, a mini stroke. It's unusual in someone so young. He's just 27 years old, and this is not his first one.
Muniz clarified the situation, explaining that his memory wasn't gone. It just wasn't as sharp as before. The public latched onto the story anyway. As his music career ended, Frankie turned to business. He moved to Arizona and co-owned a specialty olive oil shop called Outrageous Olive Oils and Vinegars. He said it gave him a sense of stability after years of unpredictable gigs. At the same time, he dabbled in real estate, flipping properties and investing in local businesses. In 2017, he made a surprising return to the spotlight on Dancing with the Stars. Fans were shocked to see the once-teen actor all grown up, but Muniz embraced it. He made it to the finals, and more importantly, it reignited his interest in entertainment. Then came a more personal milestone. In 2020, Frankie married Paige Price in a small, intimate ceremony. The couple soon welcomed their first child, a son named Mouse. Parenthood gave Frankie a new perspective, and he began sharing more of his life online.
I would never let my kid go into the business. And not that I had a negative experience, because to be honest, my experience was 100% positive. But I know so many people, friends that were close to me, that had such insanely negative experiences. And I just think it's an ugly world in general.
Fans who grew up watching Agent Cody Banks now saw a dad documenting family adventures and sharing his passion for cars. Speaking of cars, Muniz recently announced a comeback in racing. In 2023, he joined the ARCA Menard series, making a full-time return to the track. He's still open to acting, but these days, racing and family life comes first. From teenage super spy to full-time family man, Frankie Muniz didn't just grow up, he reinvented himself. And if there's one thing his career proves, it's this: he never lets the past define his future. Then there's Hilary Duff. When Agent Cody Banks hit theaters in 2003, Hilary was already on her way to becoming a household name. She played Natalie Connors, the smart, stylish scientist's daughter, who caught Cody Banks' attention. But that teen spy adventure was just one stop in a career that exploded, and a personal life that took some unexpected twists after the movie wrapped. Let's start with her career. After Agent Cody Banks, Duff didn't slow down for a second. That same year, she starred in the Lizzie McGuire movie, turning her Disney Channel success into a global phenomenon. Over the next few years, she was everywhere. Cheaper by the Dozen, A Cinderella Story, and Raise Your Voice all hit theaters within a short span. And while she continued acting, Duff also built a music career. Her albums Metamorphosis and Hilary Duff both went platinum, turning her into a teen pop icon. But by the late 2000s, Duff was ready for a change. She took a step back from mainstream movies and shifted her focus toward indie films and television guest roles. In 2015, she made a big TV comeback with the hit comedy Younger, playing Kelsey Peters, a sharp-tongued book editor navigating the New York publishing world.
I'm Kelsey Peters. I'm an editor here. Liza Miller. I started working here right out of college as an assistant, and I just made junior editor 6 months ago.
The show ran for 7 successful seasons and reintroduced Duff to a new generation of fans. While her career stayed busy, Duff's personal life had its share of ups and downs. In 2010, she married Canadian NHL player Mike Comrie. A year later, they welcomed their first child, a son named Luca. Duff embraced motherhood, but soon realized the marriage wasn't working. By 2014, she and Comrie separated, and their divorce was finalized in 2016. Duff later admitted the split was tough, but she stayed focused on raising Luca while balancing work. Then came a new chapter. In 2017, she reconnected with singer-songwriter Matthew Koma, someone she'd initially met while collaborating on her 2015 album, Breathe In, Breathe Out. Their relationship quickly grew serious. By 2018, they welcomed their first child together, a daughter named Banks. A year later, they tied the knot in an intimate backyard wedding at their Los Angeles home. Duff's family life continued to grow. In 2021, she gave birth to their second daughter, May. Now a mom of 3, Duff often shares glimpses of her chaotic, joyful home life on social media. Her posts show the reality of parenting while juggling work, a side of celebrity life fans rarely get to see. Professionally, Duff hasn't slowed down. In 2022, she took on the lead role in Hulu's How I Met Your Father, a spin-off of the popular sitcom How I Met Your Mother. Playing Sophie, Duff brought her signature charm to the show, earning praise for her comedic timing and relatable on-screen presence. But Duff isn't just an actress or singer anymore, she's built a lifestyle brand. Over the years, she's launched collaborations with fashion lines, written a children's book, and become a vocal advocate for working moms. From teen icon to businesswoman, from a public divorce to a happy, blended family, Hilary Duff's life after Agent Cody Banks has been anything but boring. And if her track record is any indication, she's nowhere near done surprising us. When Agent Cody Banks hit theaters in 2003, Angie Harmon stood out as Ronica Miles, the no-nonsense CIA agent who mentored Cody on his mission. With her commanding screen presence and sharp delivery, Harmon left a lasting impression. But what happened after her time as a secret agent? Her professional and personal journey after the film took a few surprising turns. Let's start with her career. After Agent Cody Banks, Harmon shifted her focus back to television. She landed roles in several TV movies and made guest appearances on popular shows like Law & Order, Special Victims Unit. But her big break came in 2010 when she was cast as Jane Rizzoli in the crime drama Rizzoli and Isles. The show, which paired Harmon with Sasha Alexander, became a massive success on TNT, running for 7 seasons until 2016. As Detective Rizzoli, Harmon won over audiences with her tough, witty persona, and the show became one of TNT's highest-rated series. While her career thrived, Harmon's personal life was evolving too. In 2001, before Agent Cody Banks, she married former NFL player Jason Sehorn in a made-for-TV moment when he proposed to her live on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. The couple had 3 daughters together, Finley, Avery, and Emery. For years, they were seen as one of Hollywood's most stable couples. But things changed. In 2014, after 13 years of marriage, Harmon and Sehorn announced their separation. The split was amicable, but it was a turning point for Harmon, who later admitted that balancing a demanding TV schedule with family life had been a challenge. Following the end of Rizzoli and Isles in 2016, Harmon took a step back from acting to spend more time with her daughters. She moved away from Hollywood's spotlight and focused on raising her girls in North Carolina, where she's been vocal about prioritizing motherhood over career ambitions. Professionally, Harmon didn't disappear entirely. In 2019, she signed a multi-picture deal with Lifetime, returning to her roots in television movies. She starred in Buried in Barstow, a thriller that showed her ability to switch between action and drama with ease. The project was well received and fans were excited to see her back in a leading role. On the personal side, Harmon found love again. In 2021, she got engaged to actor Greg Vaughn, best known for his roles in Days of Our Lives and Queen Sugar. The engagement came as a happy surprise for fans who had followed her post-divorce journey. These days, Harmon balances acting with family life. Her social media is filled with candid moments with her daughters, outdoor adventures, and occasional updates about her professional projects. She's also become a vocal advocate for charitable causes, including child welfare and animal rights. Next up was the actor who played Dr. Brinkman. After Agent Cody Banks, Ian McShane quickly transitioned to more mature, critically acclaimed roles. In 2004, he landed his breakout TV role as Al Swearingen in HBO's Deadwood, earning a Golden Globe for his performance. The gritty Western solidified McShane as a powerhouse in Hollywood. From there, he took on roles in major films like Pirates of the Caribbean, On Stranger Tides, and the John Wick franchise, where he plays Winston, the enigmatic manager of the Continental Hotel. Despite his success in film and TV, McShane has kept a relatively low profile in his personal life, focusing on his craft and occasionally voicing animated characters. Today, he remains an in-demand actor, with new John Wick spin-offs in the works. Arnold Vosloo was already known as Imhotep from The Mummy before playing the villain in Agent Cody Banks as Mole. Afterward, he continued working in Hollywood, often cast as the intimidating antagonist. He appeared in 24 as terrorist Habib Marwan and took on roles in international films. Vosloo also found success in voice acting and stage performances. While he's mostly kept his personal life private, he's been involved in South African charities and remains active in the entertainment industry. Keith David is next, and he played the iconic role of the CIA director in the film. His deep, distinctive voice made him a standout even in a supporting role in Agent Cody Banks. After the film, he continued his prolific career in voice work, lending his voice to Gargoyles, Halo, and Rick and Morty. On screen, David took roles in Crash Community and Greenleaf. His personal life has stayed relatively quiet, though he's occasionally spoken about his love for theater and music. After playing Cody Banks' protective mom, Cynthia Stevenson continued her steady career in television. Stevenson largely shifted to guest roles in popular sitcoms while prioritizing family life. While she's not in the spotlight as much these days, she remains active in Hollywood, occasionally appearing in family-friendly TV movies. The cast of Agent Cody Banks has taken some surprising paths, from Hollywood success to entirely new careers. Which update surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments.